Welcome back to Celebrity Radio at Christmas with G4. How are you, boys?
Good. Well, thank you.
So nice to see you. We've just been at Southwellminster tonight here in Nottingham, and what a glorious show it was. I don't think you've ever sounded better as a foursome. All look more beautiful. I mean, congratulations. It's a beautiful show.
Thank you. I think having Duncan in the fold now, it's just upped our game a little bit. And, no, it's been amazing. We're really, really enjoying it.
It was a lovely show tonight and a packed house too. I mean, that's not normal. You do know this, boys, to sell out a venue and have it so rammed with people who are just desperate to see you. Nothing to do with Jonathan. Is a rare treat.
Well, he is the blonde guy, so people come to watch him. No, it's been fantastic to be on tour. We've been all over the country, been in some amazing venues, and it's just wonderful to see it selling out year after year.
And we've got new members of G4 today to introduce you to. We've never met before. Let's say hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Tell us your story. Where are you from and what do we need to know about you?
I'm the youngest in G4. I've taught these guys Instagram and I'm from Blackpool.
You seem obsessed with Instagram. Apparently Twitter's old news now and Facebook, so it's all about the Insta, is it?
Yeah, I don't have my Twitter. These guys have been telling me for a couple of years now to get Twitter, but I'm basically all about my Instagram, yeah.
And then we have member number 2. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, I'm Duncan. I'm from Portsmouth. Originally, I was brought on just to carry all of John's makeup, and I found out that I could sing a little bit, and the rest is history.
You've got an amazing voice. I mean, and that roar of the bass is incredible. Were you born with this, or can you be trained to do it?
I think you can be trained to do it. I think being the youngest of 4, just to be heard in my family, I needed to boom and I needed to project. So yeah, I think that helped a lot.
The synergy of tonight's voices was incredible, and here we have the original members, of course, Mike and Jonathan, who we love very much. And of course, it's risky, isn't it, when you bring new people in? Is it going to work?
Yeah, don't get too close.
I'd say, yeah.
A bit, please. Beep, beep, beep. No, do you know what? It's the great thing about the incarnations we've had with G4 is the sound's still the same. It's a wonderful energy and new vibrancy, especially Lewis. I mean, he's hard to calm down. So it's it's like the Duracell bunny. It's brilliant to have that enthusiasm and fresh appetite for making it amazing, and for us all to really care still, love what we do on stage, but also be so passionate about the arrangements and all the wonderful things we do behind in preparation as well.
The voices sounded amazing tonight. I mean, the synergy of the 4 voices together is beautiful, especially at Christmas. You must be pleased, because there's no guarantees, even if you've got 4 amazing singers, that it's going to sound collectively beautiful.
Absolutely. It's so important to us to get it right, and we obviously spend a lot of time rehearsing, tweaking it, but when the 4 voices really gel, you almost get harmonics and extra sounds, and it really is incredible. And of course in cathedrals you've got that incredible acoustic, and I'm sure that sort of helps us sound a bit better than we actually are.
Good evening, Southern people, Easter! And so we're offering this simple praise to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas
And that gives you a flavour of what happened tonight. I mean, first of all, to do it in a cathedral, it's called a cathedral for a reason. It's instantly amazing before you've even done anything. And it is magical, isn't there? There's a feeling about a cathedral that's different to a theatre.
There is, and I actually messed up today. The Minster there in Southall as well. We had a great time. Those spaces are just made to hear wonderful like literature from the Bible being like read and hearing it all the way back in a room, and then obviously for music and choral singing, it's just the archetypal space. So to be able to stand there and sing Christmas music, it's just a dream.
And of course you've got an opera background. I mean, to hear that sound naturally sort of resonate throughout the cathedral must be amazing.
It's fantastic. Those buildings give you so much like back to you that it just pleases you, and it's a wonderful place to sing, and it's a real privilege to go around these amazing venues time after time.
And there was a special moment tonight because, of course, we had a proposal halfway through the show, and it was beautiful, wasn't it? Shall we watch it and then talk about it?
Absolutely.
I always said I'd ask you when the time was right, and the time isn't there. There. You marry me.
Christian and Claire there proposing, and she said yes, which was a relief. I mean, that would have been awfully awkward, wouldn't it? If that had gone wrong tonight, that would have been the end of the show.
Yeah, we were thinking, what are we going to do if she does say no? It was like, just get on with our holy night quickly.
It was an amazing moment. It was a real highlight. We haven't done it on the other shows, but this guy, Christian, contacted us, and we thought it'd be nice to include it, get them on stage. And we totally underestimated how emotional we'd feel. So as soon as he came up and proposed, we were really struggling to keep it together.
It was a weeping mess.
Yeah, and in the interval, it was like, oh, actually, that really got to you. Yeah, it was a lovely moment.
And this isn't camp old show business. I mean, this is people's lives. I mean, you could be the reason for their happiness or the fact they're miserable forever. So there's a responsibility with a proposal, isn't
there? Wow, there's a lot of pressure in it. What have we done? No, I think it was something that we wanted to do well for them, and he was such a gentleman. The way he came to rehearsal, I think we did a brilliant job, and we're very happy with it. And we wish them the very best of happiness.
All is calm. All is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child.
And there you go, Christmas summed up in about 13 seconds to see four boys walking through an aisle with a candle. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, you are big on the theatre of it, and you've spent a fortune this year on the lighting, the sound and the TV screen, so everybody's got the best seat in their house.
Yeah, your favourite part is when we've just got a candle each and we're walking through a venue with all the sound off. Brilliant. Just call up the tech team and fire.
What's amazing, though, of course, is most stars couldn't sing without a microphone, let alone walk through an audience and hold their attention for that 4-minute song. I mean, it's a beautiful moment that proves you can sing, and there's no jiggery-pokery with the sound system.
That's what we love. Do you know what? There's a special appreciation, I think, when you hear voices acoustically in those settings, and to be able to share it without the microphones and naturally project and walking in amongst people close, it really does, especially the people that have taken the seats down the sides. They can't necessarily see us directly. They're looking at us through a screen. All of a sudden you're next to them singing acoustically, and special.
Yeah, I think stripping it back and keeping it simple and making it's very traditional, and there's something very something beautiful in that simplicity. And
how nerve-wracking is it coming into G4 and fitting in the group, because you don't want to sort of be the guy that ruins it and end the whole thing? You seem to have fitted in beautifully.
am I the guy?
I think when I first joined, I felt there was a lot of pressure, but the guys are so supportive, and I feel that it's more like I'm growing as a singer, and that's what I want to improve every show we do together, just get better and better, and I think that is the most important thing you do for the fans of G4 and to the group.
I think what's lovely about you guys is you've been doing it so long and putting these shows on. There's a trust now, isn't there, that you're going to give us a show and you're going to do it properly. The public aren't stupid. They might come once, but they're not going to come 4 years on the trot if it's rubbish or that you're ripping them off. You give them a beautiful show, and it was done so beautifully. And again, the musicians, we should give them a mention too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got Johnny on piano and organ. He does a lot of steps. There's often a big distance to travel. He's got a Fitbit, and he clocks them up. And then Zita, a lovely Portuguese harpist, and she's incredible. To have that sort of control over the strings, so delicate.
To think that Zita's chosen the harp to play. I mean, it's not the easiest instrument to travel around. She's not the biggest of girls to be manoeuvring that. Why didn't she choose the flute? But it is such a spectacular instrument, and it looks so incredible, even just there pre-show, preset, and it's just like everyone's excited to hear it, and it feels Christmassy instantly when you hear that little plucking.
It's a very enchanting instrument when it plays and visually on stage.
Watching the physics, I don't like. There's this thing she does. I'm just like,
yeah,
is that good?
It's always thumbs up. Apparently, the thumbs
It's
are up.
always this. But I mean, it's magical to watch.
Elbows up.
Elbows up, right.
Like this. I've got it. Zita, you're fired. Heart, you're fired. 4 candles, and I'll just do this.
Yeah, G4 and John with hearts.
This should be on the poster next year. Christmas plucking and 4 candles. What a perfect night out.
Sell even more tickets.
As we've said many times over the years, I mean, not only are you guys stunning singers, but you don't take yourself seriously. You have fun in the show, and you mix the old with the new beautifully. And that's so important to G4, isn't it? That you keep that sort of normality despite the fact that your voices are extraordinary, all of you.
Yeah, I think we all keep ourselves grounded. The fact that 4 of us, if one's getting a bit out of turn, they get dragged straight back down. We love the variety of music we sing. We sing opera, and then we suddenly sing some rock and some Elvis and everything in between. I think that's great, and it's just having that variety and having silliness in the show, because actually we do some very serious moments. We have some big operatic moments or some very tear-jerkery moments, remembering people that are perhaps no longer with us. And you've got to throw in that with a bit of silliness, and John is just desperate to get a silly outfit in,
It's got to
in a
happen.
show somewhere, and just cover his face. He's 17
for me is a big highlight. Like that just rings Christmas for me. I think in these coats.
We've got
it's very like. it is like it just. Christmas all wrapped up, but no, do you know what? I do like putting on a silly outfit. You wish you could as well. Sorry, I only got one.
I'm so jealous.
I thought The Arms of Angels was one of the most beautiful moments I've ever heard you do ever on stage. In how many years is it now? 400, 500?
Yeah, 15. Yeah, don't get too close again. Yeah, 15 years since the X Factor coming second, and do you know what? It's a magical song. We got that together in rehearsal. And we're all in pieces, just hearing the beautiful music, Sarah McLachlan original, and then you just go, do you know what, let's do it slightly differently. And I think the pause that you gave in particular tonight, Duncan, like the music, the piano is there, then all of a sudden there's just this serenity out of your wonderful speech introing it, and then it's just like, spend all, and just like, there's just something so, and it's so powerful to not just hit it and to have that time and chance to think, and then you see the poor audience that are thinking of those people and how they can let those emotions flood out, and the power of music is profound, especially at this time of year for people, and to be a little bit of a part of that for them is deeply touching, isn't it? But no, you nailed it tonight.
Oh, thanks.
I think it's one of the most beautiful vocals I've heard this year or in a very long while. It was beautiful. Congratulations, boys. It's nice to meet you. Congratulations on the new G4 on tour next year as well.
We are indeed. G4 live September, October. back out at Christmas time, right through November. Well, October, November, December.
Yeah.
Is it next year? Just to eke it
Got
out a bit more.
60 dates next year. 60 dates.
60 days. So yeah, we're out through the whole autumn and into Christmas. Can't wait to do it all again.
I'm not being rude. Will you clear off now? You've eaten me out of a house and home.
I'm really sorry.
I haven't got any ham left.
No, do you mind if I take it with me?
Please, help yourself. Guys, lovely to see you. Merry Christmas. I'm off. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Your name